ho! Merry Christmas!
Happy New Year too! I'm the Boomer.
And I'm the Zoomer, and we just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's and Happy Holidays. So in today's episode, we're going to dive into everything about Christmas.
Yeah.
We're going to reflect on the housing market. We're also going to touch on news for baby boomers and news for Gen Z Zoomers as well.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So first, Fran, I want to ask, how do you celebrate your Christmas?
Well, being old school, baby boomer that I am,
Yeah.
we usually traditionally watch It's a Wonderful Life. Have you ever seen that movie?
Oh, yes, I have.
Fantastic
Good
movie. So we do that, eat popcorn, actually write longhand Christmas cards.
That's nice.
And just gather together, friends, family, lots of food,
Yeah.
and count our blessings, of course.
That's awesome. You know, I think we do similar Christmas styles, maybe a little bit of tradition. For instance, I don't think I necessarily handwrite all my letters. I'm more to send a nice text message to everybody saying Happy Christmas, Happy Holidays, you know.
Yeah.
But I do definitely love spending time with my family. I love the food, love giving presents out, and just doing good for others.
It's a wonderful time of the year. It really is.
Definitely. I think when I was a lot younger, when I was like, a little baby, 5 or 6, I always thought like, oh, Christmas is awesome because I get to give gifts. But now growing up, I think I enjoy Christmas more for giving gifts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just so nice to be able to give back to others.
Yeah, it's an old cliche, but it is better to give than to receive.
Yeah.
In your heart, that's what I feel.
Definitely. Well, hey, so what do you think boomers should be doing going into the new year that are debating on downsizing?
Yeah, I think downsizing is definitely something to think about. And especially being closer to family, friends. I have customers now that are moving back east or Texas, Arizona, because they want to be closer to family.
Definitely.
You really start appreciating family and friends as you get older in life.
Yeah, definitely during the holidays too.
Yeah.
You don't see them first half of the year, and then
Exactly.
holidays come, you start meeting up again, you're like, wow, I miss hanging out with you guys. So it's definitely a good idea, I think, to move closer to your family if that's something you're...
And not only that, but this market is a seller's market.
Definitely it is.
Still is a seller's market. There's still low inventory. So it's a great time to sell if that's what you're thinking of doing a relocating.
Definitely. And the buyers are out there. There are so many built up buyer demand going on in this market that I think if you are ready to sell, you're definitely going to get some offers on your home if you list it and do everything appropriately. You know what I mean?
And we do a lot of relocation all over the United States, even Puerto Rico. So it's no problem with us being able to help you.
Yeah, we can actually help coordinate the whole move as well, from getting all your furniture and everything shipped out to where you're moving to, as far as selling your home, and then helping you purchase the other one, make sure everything closes concurrently. We can make sure it's a real hassle-free process for you moving.
It's kind of nail-biting to do both.
Definitely.
But it's done all the time.
Definitely.
You gotta, of course, hire a professional realtor like me or Tyler. That helps.
Definitely. So we talked about downsizing your home a little bit. What about if you just don't have a home and you want to get a house? You know, for the younger generation, what do you think would be the best way to go about that?
First thing is loan officer. You must speak to a loan officer to get you pre-approved. Then we could start looking to find the home that you like.
Definitely.
That's the most important. And credit, of course, is huge.
Definitely. And there are first-time home buyer assistance programs out there. For example, I know if you are a first-time home buyer, instead of putting the 3.5% down on an FHA, you're actually allowed to put 3% down. Yeah. So that's a little bit of a plus to help lower that initial down payment for you.
Yes, and there's all kind of down payment assistance where you don't need a down payment.
Definitely.
But you do have to qualify. Of course, everything has guidelines. And of course, the biggest thing, like I said, is credit. And you can start if you don't have credit. You could start with gasoline credit cards, maybe JCPenney, Macy's, something like that.
Definitely.
Just to establish.
Definitely. Or even if you're too scared to get a credit card, you don't trust yourself, I completely understand that. Reach out to your parents, say, hey, can you add me on to your credit card?
There you go.
Make sure your parents are paying the credit card.
Yes.
But I definitely think that would be a good idea to start establishing your credit, so that way whenever, after a year or so, then you should be in a position where you can get a loan on a property, and that's definitely the end goal. And in that time, you can be saving up money for your down payment or remodeling the house and everything like that. But yeah, definitely reach out to us if you guys are just even thinking about purchasing a home for your first time. We definitely are happy to help you guys and help you lay out all the options that you have on the table.
Yeah, it may seem overwhelming, especially for young folks, but Little by little. I remember years ago they used to have in savings accounts Christmas clubs or something like that, where you could little by little start saving, and you get into that habit. And I attended a little not a webinar, but a seminar that Jason had, and he broke down every time he gets paid, he has 10% for this, 10% for that, 10% for savings. Definitely. That's the kind of mindset we have to start getting into, especially me too. I mean, I'm guilty of that. It's easy to spend, so hard to save.
I think I'll touch on that too. I think so, coming from like a younger generation's point of view, you know, we don't necessarily have that ability to sell our house and have that big down payment.
Yes.
So for us, budgeting is going to be key as far as getting us into our very first home. And it doesn't have to be some big mansion on the beach, you know what I mean? It's a starter home. It's something that you can get into and start building equity, so that way we can be like the boomers, and we could start, we have the ability to sell our property to upgrade.
You'll have something to sell.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. So if just to wrap up the whole message there, if you're young, if you're old, there's hope for you guys. Just feel free to reach out, and we're happy to help you guys.
And I think goal setting, of course, is huge. I've been guilty of that a lot of times. I say, oh, I'll get to it. But if you don't have a plan, right, you're not going to know where you're going, and you're not going to get there. So it's important, especially now with 2025 upon us, to sit down, set some goals.
Definitely.
Find out, you know, what you really, really want, and then just go after it.
Yeah, and take a look at your goals from last year. I know it's not the most comfortable thing to do, but learn what you were able to accomplish, and then what you weren't able to accomplish, figure out a better way to go about accomplishing that, you know?
Exactly.
There's a will where there's a way, you know?
And now is the time. Don't put off for tomorrow what you could do today. The market is fabulous. Don't believe the news, because the news is always doom and gloom. But today the market is great. There's houses out there for sale. They're reasonably priced. You could always buy down the rate.
Exactly.
Yeah. And of course, your credit, if your credit is great, then your interest rate will be better.
Definitely, and interest rates are dropping slowly but surely.
Absolutely.
So it's definitely a good time to buy now, because you definitely don't want to wait until the interest rates drop down fully, because by then there's going to be a lot more people that are actually able to afford to purchase property, and what that's going to cause is a lot of buyers in the market and not enough houses being sold, meaning home prices are going to rise.
They always go up.
So if you can get in now when home prices are relatively medium, then by the you have a higher interest rate, correct, right? But whenever the rates come down, you can always refinance your loan, and then you'd have the lower interest rate, and you bought the house at the lower payment. So it seems like that would be the smarter approach to go about purchasing if you have the means to do so right now, rather than waiting 6 or 7 months or even a year.
That's right. And you're investing in yourself.
Definitely.
Every time you make a payment, you're investing in you instead of a landlord.
Definitely.
So keep that in mind, and give us a call. I mean, we're here for you, whether you think maybe it's a stupid question, but it's not. Any question is a good question. And we have a lot of experience between us both. We're out there every day, so we know, you know, what's going on in the market. Definitely. So we're happy to answer any questions you have.
Yeah, definitely. And we also want to say thank you guys for watching. We honestly appreciate the love and the support we get from this podcast. We actually also want to make an announcement. We are officially on Spotify now, so feel free to check out us on Spotify. Fran, do you know what Spotify is?
No, what is it?
Well, we'll have to show you after the episode. But video form is also on Spotify, so you can check out the same way you're watching this video now. You can also watch it on Spotify. So
and YouTube.
Yes, so Spotify and YouTube is where we will be at.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else you wanted to mention?
No, I just want to wish everybody a very merry and happy and healthy New Year, and
Definitely.
Merry Christmas. May all your dreams come true.
Definitely. She's the boomer, I'm the zoomer. Merry Christmas.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.